Good morning, people. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, your computer is working. Yes, the screen is black. Yes. Good morning. This is Spirit Journey, and welcome. Today is Tuesday. Good morning, Tuesday. Good morning, Tuesday morning. It's I think it's approaching 5 o'clock. You see, or even 5 o'clock by now. Yes. It is January 23, 2024, and it's about going on 5 o'clock. Good morning. I'm here lying in my bed. I woke up maybe 40 minutes ago, and this is more like an update about myself. Oh, there's a plane coming. Yeah, I live right in the alignment of a plane. Let it pass. Wait a minute. Okay. Yeah, I can't compete with that. Isn't that something? What an analogy. I cannot compete with a plane flying over my head. Again, some things you can't compete with. And I see some things in life I cannot compete with either. You know your match. You know what you can and cannot do. We're all have our limitations. All of us. And so sometimes it's smart to be silent when a plane flies over your head rather than trying to scream. Who's it helping? So, yes, some things in life you have to concede. And so, even like what happens on YouTube, what happens on different platforms, what happens in life. So, today, I think I'm more prompted to do this video because of a YouTuber that I've been watching. Oh, brother, it could be 2 years or even 2.5 years. Wow. And I've shared his name before. Yeah, I listen to this YouTuber by the name of Franchot Pearson, and some of you may have heard of him. I found fascinating about numbers and patterns, and uh, even though he's a Christian, I am no longer a Christian, but I understand, yeah, because I come out from that. Most of my adult life, I was a Christian, but I no longer belong to any organized religion. But whatever what your religion is, um, if it serves you, you serve it. If it helps you, you help it. That's all I'm saying. And yes, my channel name is Spirit Journey. And yes, this is a journey that I'm on and that we are all on. But I was just listening to this YouTuber. And I guess, living here now in Rwanda, sometimes, let me just put on this camera. Yeah, the screen is black. I'm in bed, the lights are out, but so long that you can hear me. Um, yeah, it's a change in society. If you all haven't noticed, it's a change, and it feels different to me in my body, in my mind. And this YouTuber that I've been watching, not as much now since I've moved, and even before I moved, there were, had to get some things done. But I find the body of his work very interesting. The numerology, the science of numbers, and seeing life's patterns through events. And that's what, yes, he has a Christian um, basis, but he has that other component, um, the numbers part of it. And that aspect of his videos I find very interesting. And he announced, yeah, he had just put up a video, and shortly after seeing his video, he had just uploaded it, and he wanted to share with people that he got a notification from them a half an hour ago from the time he uploaded this live video of his, that they're going to pull his channel. He's um he's an American. He's from Chicago. A hardworking black man. Um, he's been a Christian all his life. He was raised in the church, and here he'll be 66 years old this year, and so he's 65. And I think his channel might have uh, started maybe 3 years ago, but I learned of him later on. I've seen him progress over the years, and he skyrocketed his work, the viewership and everything. And well, they're shooting him down, so to speak. Um, they started pulling his videos. Now he talks about numbers, so it's a scientific component to his videos, but he is promotes Christianity and exposing certain things that he sees through his numbers, his observation of numbers, of colors, of names, many different aspects. Yeah, he calls it clues, codes, colors, confirmation of time, and conclusion. It took me so long to memorize that. Clues, codes, colors, confirmation time, and conclusion. Yeah. And some of you may notice, even in your life, you see certain clues, codes, colors, confirmation of times, and conclusions that happen to you, especially if you're an aware person. You're not just walking around idle. And so he announced that he got notification. They're gonna pull his channel, and what could you do? He's been fighting now. Yeah, they demonetized him. Uh, it could have been last year in February or the year before in February. I forget. Either way, they demonetized him, and he's a mature fellow in his 60s, but he kept on going. And he has a young kid. He has a teenager, a single parent. He had to take care of his kid, and his kid's going to college. So I think it's honorable any man um, supporting his kid and want his kid to go to college. I think that's very honorable. So he announced it, and he let us know where you might be able to find him, because he has backup channels. So why am I sharing that aspect, that this information? Um, I feel the same thing, with me in this channel, Spirit Journey channel. I've had this channel since 2014, actually. And yes, it's been a journey. Yeah, it's not my first channel actually. I have several channels, but this is my main channel that I upload content on for a number of years. And I would say this channel, Spirit Journey channel, is really sharing who I am, what makes me tick. Um, I didn't start YouTube for monetary reasons. In fact, when it, when you start on YouTube, there is no money involved. And then later on, I heard that hey, if you have X number of viewers, and again, I wasn't about viewers, and in fact, I didn't even know what a viewer was. I mean, I know what the word means, but I didn't understand in the context of this social media. I didn't know what the thumbs up, thumbs down, all the, I didn't know how to navigate on YouTube. But as time went on, you start to learn. And that's what happened to me. And, you start to grow. But I always wanted to use this platform as a freedom to express me. That's why I started YouTube, um, to really express myself. I had graduated from college, and um, my prior channels, I had opened the channel, but I didn't have any content on it. I thought, oh, when I graduate, I'll probably talk about, because my major was nutrition. And fate would have it that I didn't discuss about the nutrition, but I felt pulled upon in my heart about social issues that had come up in, what was that year? Oh, let's see. Oh, it was 2012 actually. Yeah, it was 2012, and then there was a court hearing. Trayvon Martin, the victim, his name was Trayvon Martin, and his story was a wake up call to me. My God, it's over 10 years now. Can't believe it. The boy would have been 27 years old. He was 17 years old when he got his life taken away. And back then, I guess with the shift of my just completing my studies, um, it was the end of 2011, November of 2011. I took the exam, the exit exam, and then in 2012 was the graduation ceremony, and also in February. Let's see, February the his life was taken away, and then May, the graduation ceremony. But like everything was happened so close, and then I started going back to church. 'Cause I thought Jesus, prepare for Jesus coming. Yeah, this was I was devout in the Word, um, but life happened, and I have brothers and nephews and cousins. And what happened to Trayvon Martin could have happened to any young male. Any young male. Yeah, many of you may not even know who he is. But this was in my time frame, 2012, the incident happened. And um, it was a new awareness, a fervor. The school that I went to, the college I went to, I hated every 99% of it. I hated it. I didn't like the people that I was with. The social aspect of the school. I mean, the educational aspect. It was a good curriculum, but it didn't serve me how I thought it would. See, sometimes in life, you may do something, and you have all right motives of doing something. You want to better yourself. You want to, learn new skills, etc. You can have all the right um, reasons to do something, but it doesn't mean that it will take off. Yeah, think about that school. The people that I met there, some people were very nice, but it was very pulling on my spirit. And I think with that, and then the death of that individual, that young boy, it really shook me up. And I would even later on go to my first rally. Could you, me, go to a rally? You got to be out of your mind. But it was a learning experience because I got to see firsthand what could really be behind a rally, and that it can get you hurt. I think most of the people there were honest, law abiding individuals, but like everything, and like when I'm seeing with social media controls, you have people in the background. They throw things in the wheel of your vehicle to throw you off course, to hurt you, etc. And see how themes repeat itself. So I saw that there was a system that was controlling. And I think that's why initially I wanted to speak out. I had formed a prior channel to this. Um, yeah, I utilized the initial video that I did. See, I had a channel, but I didn't have content on it. And I didn't know how to change the name. So, I had a channel with my name and initial just to get me started so that when I was ready to talk about nutrition, whatever, I'll have it. And to learn how to do, I didn't know how to do all that stuff. So one day after I think it was the hearing, there was a court, there was a trial. Yeah, it took 2 years for it to get to trial. And the killer um, gets acquitted for stand your ground in Florida. Yeah, the incident happened in Florida. Even though there was so much evidence, he sought out the man with the weapon that he used. He used a bang 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 um, against an innocent person. Um, so sometimes you don't have to look for something; it finds you. And I see that in my life that some things found me also. And I think that's also why I'm sharing this video. That what's happening in the world is happening to many of us. You could be going through life minding your own business, but there are other factors. And you may be getting followed. And I don't mean in the paranoid sense, but in a sense, yes. We're being monitored. And I see in my life, I feel like I've been monitored. And what a wake up call. So, yet today would have been the anniversary of my dear little Lilac, my little Shih Tzu who passed away um, exactly 3 weeks today. Exactly 3 weeks today, my baby girl passed away. I feel awful. I feel dead inside. I feel like, wow, I thought I was more intelligent than this to have this happen. How could this happen during my watch? There are a lot of variables at play. And then I think 2 days from now would have been the anniversary of my other baby girl, Lily, my first pride and joy, Lily, the Havanese, the little white dog. It would have been the anniversary, yeah, the 20, I think it's the 25th. The 25th would have been our 14th anniversary together. Oh, my little baby girl. Boy, what a emotional roller coaster with her. Yeah, Lily, but my feelings, it's really something. Every dog, every person has their own personality, and how your spirit and their spirit meshes. Lily, for whatever reason, I there's more emotional, like a pain involved. Lilac, there's a different type of pain from this loss. But me and Lily, I felt for Lily. I think Lily was really a reflection on of me. She my baby girl. She's someone she wants to please. She wants you happy. She loves affection. The last 3 days of Lily's life, I was by her side. But I would have wished that I was there 24/7. Yeah, she was at the that so-called boarding place. I thought it was going to be a top of the line place for the care of pets. Well, it didn't happen. How the end, and I'm angry at myself. I feel I let her down. And Lilac, they're innocent. Lilac represents to me innocence of like a little child, a little baby. She to me, Lilac looked like a little baby, the little brown one, the Shih Tzu, and Lily has a different vibe. Lily is like a little 8-year old that wants to please her mom, wants to get attention, and how I wanted to try to, mature her. I see time is short. Like the yeah, a lot. I think I started sensing things more with Lily, and I said, Lily, I looked him straight in the face. I said, Lily, I'll carry you. So if you remember, we used to go for our walks. Slowly and more slow. Slowly and slowly. Lily required me to, want me to carry her and everything. She'll copy what Lilac's doing. And I looked, I said, Lily, you want me to baby you? I'll baby you. I remember carrying her and petting her head and kissing her when we go to Central Park. Because I think in my heart I knew that time was short. And I sensed something. And I remember, I had to go back to the States because I had to handle a particular matter. And then I caught the COVID. And wow, it was like a disaster upon a disaster, people. The powers at large. Like they could call it the spider's web. And it can trap you in different ways. I think I felt something in my heart and hoping that nothing was going to happen to my babies. But look at Lily's face. And I got them, yeah, Lily's birthday was last November 15. And I'm so glad I remember. I'm not good with numbers, people, but I remember. I'm so glad that I remembered and I knew when her birthday was coming and I had it ready and I got her all of them groomed, a professional grooming, got their coats. I just saw. It's like I wanted one more, you know, celebration, but celebrating all my doggies' lives, you know. And then I thought, we'll go to a new country and I'll get real focused and try to find something and give it enough time for us to, me to get the right place. But see, life is something, and you may do all the things on paper correctly, but things could change. And with this YouTuber that I was just talking about earlier, Franchot, other things were at play. So as I mentioned, he announced like an hour ago, they were playing around also on my channel. And I did mention it. Um, yeah, it was gradual. It was a couple of years ago I started to um, notice different trends in the media and things that some would call conspiracy theories, but I saw the writing on the wall. It was slow, it was gradual. I started noticing certain things. I was just like you guys, the rest of you guys. No different than anybody else out there, but then I started seeing patterns, clues, codes, colors, confirmation of time and conclusion, as Pearson would say. Um, and that's when it started hitting my channel. The powers out there. They were pulling my videos. And then, and then they say, oh, you can't go on for 2 weeks. Last year, I think it was just before I left for the big R, Rwanda, they demonetized me. They demonetized me. And what's weird, I mean, this is a small channel. It really doesn't get a lot of views. But again, I did it because, set up the channel really for self expression. Those who are going to hear, let them hear. It was nowhere near in comparison to this other YouTuber who had over 100,000, and his growth was happening so fast. But yet, even though whether you're big or small in channel, the same outcome, the same type of outcome. So first they start pulling videos, and then they say, oh, you can't go on for a week, and then they say you can't go on for 2 weeks, and then they say, well, one more strike and we're going to pull your channel. Could you believe it? Like I'm a bad person. Wow. So I got, how you say, yeah, they demonetized me. And I saw also before the demonetization, the viewership. It just it just seems to shrink and shrink more and more, you know. But yet, even though I was trying to pump out more and more videos, and then I saw, I'm getting tired. I wasn't pumping them out as much, thinking maybe, they just want me to slow down because I was pumping out videos. But it wears you out. You start to feel tired that your efforts, that no matter what you do, you try to go 2 steps forwards and they pull you back 3 sometimes. So you're actually going backwards. Well, when you see that you're going backwards, you got to say, hey, wait a minute. And that's what happened to the other YouTuber, Pearson. Here he'll be 66 years old, so he's 65 now. I'm 61. You know, when you get in your 60s, you get tired. And I see with me the past 2 years, I've been feeling more and more tired. And even though I went to the doctors, they checked my blood and all that. But when maybe like in my mind, I might feel that I'm in my 30s, 40s. People, when you get older, you do slow down, and it's a natural process. It's a natural process of life, what we call life. And I see that, the writing on the wall. Hey, you're not as invincible that you might have thought when you're young. You're young, you think you're invincible. But when time goes on, you change. We all change. When you start looking back, you see that there was change happening, change on the channel. And I couldn't figure out how to change it. I think I reached my peak of, 2017 was my peak in pumping out the videos, all these ideas I had. And I was pumping it out. I thought, oh, if I do this or that, maybe the channel might grow. And then, the big C appeared, C19. And I think that put a slow down on everybody, the whole planet. But I just tried to make the best of it and just kept on going. Um, but the world is changing. I felt like I was being like caught in a bubble. I felt like, I loved New York City. I had all the amenities, but I started to feel more and more uh, trapped in my apartment, um, tired, unexplainable tiredness. Um, it would take me longer to recover from a walk. I did the same thing for several years. Yeah, I actively would go to the Ramble, that place I told you in 2020. That guy. There was a person that went to YouTube. That went to the park, the Ramble. What's called the Ramble? It's a section within Central Park in Manhattan, and uh, a Karen tried to sabotage him. Yeah, he's the bird. People call him the Birdman. His first name is Christopher, Chris or Christopher, and some good did come out of it for him. He got a TV show. Yeah, I have to check to see. National Geographics uh, gave him a TV show. He is a bird watcher. And that was the same day what happened to this guy named Christopher at Central Park in a different state in America. Was that was it Michigan? No, not Michigan. Minnesota. Minnesota. George. What's his name? George Floyd. He gets killed. Murdered. See how that? Yeah, that all happened in 2020, May 2020. And I would go to Central Park, but this time, because I heard about the Birdman, I said, "Hey, where's this place called the Ramble?" And you could see, I do have videos out there. Yay! Go, hello, viewers. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, the screen is black, not because any trouble. I'm sitting here in the dark in my room, my bedroom, and just thank you for the thumbs up. Just to share, just to chit chat with you, and just share with you what's going on, what's happening to me, and the things that I start, revelations that I start to uh, understand. Yeah, so 2020, I started going to Central Park, the what they call the Ramble, and me and my girls were going to the Ramble. I bought a new stroller for them. Uh, I thought, hey, we're gonna have a ball. And yeah, that's when COVID also started, the lockdown and everything in 2020. But I thought we persevered, and slowly they just started doing more and more monitoring on social media. Again, this is a small channel, but regardless of the size, I started seeing changes. Is the changes started happening to this channel, and I saw that the powers out at large were cramping down. And so I slowly started feeling more and more tired in my body. Um, I started to feel more and more stuck at home. I'm getting out of here. Now, in 2022 was when I was supposed to originally leave. I was to leave, I think it was October 17th or 18th, I was to leave. I wanted my little girls to leave first on the trip, and then I would follow like 2 days behind. I wanted to make sure they arrived in Rwanda. Well, that didn't happen that year, 2022, but December of the following year, I made it happen, I thought. But the powers, I explained to someone recently about what I call the powers out there. And that actually it was in 2019, I had put in a request to get my records, my school records from kindergarten to and including high school. And it was like a wake up call. But I think that was 2019, early 2019, I made the request. And I also made a request with other alphabet agencies. I was just curious about my life. And I felt like there was a pattern. And that pattern, I had to be very careful. But I saw that there were hands upon my life, certain like that YouTuber clues, codes, colors, confirmation of time and conclusion. I started to see like patterns, things that didn't make sense to me. And it's the same signature, so to speak. I thought it was the same signature speaking. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you there. Uh, and I started getting angry. I said, wait a minute. This same person, figuratively speaking, was involved in my life from the womb and including my life in that apartment in Manhattan. The same claws were upon, I felt, strangling me and observing me, every aspect of my life. And it was like, whoa, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Who are these people? Who are they? But like we taught, like in New York City, especially I would say in the Black community that I'm a part of, that we're taught to kind of worship them, that they can't do anything wrong. I looked at, uh, it was always the same hand upon my life. I said, I'm a member of the Black community. How come these other people's hands are upon my life? How many black hands are upon their life? They're not having it because our hands aren't upon their lives. And I saw that they are infiltrating our community, the black community, and not just ours, but I feel the world. And I didn't like it. They even send their women and they monitor our men, our black men. They also infiltrate our black women, but they manipulate the black American women a different way. They introduce to you the black card. They know a lot of us black women are so sensitive about being called these bad names, but they're teaching you, the system is that system is teaching you to hate your hair, to hate your body, your life. Now, how could life in the black community thrive if you're doing that to yourself? Just saying. But I started seeing it. I said, their hands. It's the same people, it's the same control that is squeezing the planet. And when I had gotten those records, those school records, when I saw who my baby doctor was, who my mother's baby doctor was, and who were my school teachers, who were my doctors as adults, where I lived, they had all control. They had control over what my education was to be, how long it would take, who I can have in my home, every aspect of it, every aspect of it. Thank you for the thumbs up. Every aspect of my life. I said, wow. But I couldn't do anything about it. So in 2020, 2021, and I said, hey, maybe look for to buy a house. Hey, I'm a veteran. Maybe I could use my voucher. Hey, get a mortgage and find a place. But that didn't happen. And then I thought, oh, maybe try it again. And all these weird things had started happening when I tried to. It's like, why is this happening? So I just thought, okay, this is just fate. But I think it's the system. See, the system wanted me to stay in the same place. The system wanted me, thank you for the thumbs up. The system wanted me to stay like I was like a battery source for them, for some type of activity. I just felt like that they wanted me stuck. And a year and a half ago, I think it would be today, um, I had spoke to someone on the phone. Uh, it was just a weird happenstance. Someone had tried to attack me next door to where I lived. A man who's hiding behind these gates of this church I used to live right next to, Catholic church. Oh, it's not a church, a school, Catholic school, but the church is attached to it on the other side of the block. Okay, there were two buildings. Uh, so I yeah, I was to try to save money at this time, and I wanted to cut back, and so I was cutting back on. I had a home phone, the old-fashioned home phone and a cell phone, and I disconnected the cell phone and to try to save money because it's over $1,200 a year. And I figured $1,200 I can use for something else, and then my home phone to get a cheaper a cheaper we call it a plan, uh, telephone plan. And in the process of getting a new telephone plan, I talked to this individual on the phone, the customer service, and we started talking. He's a black fellow. And he said, Miss, don't get stuck where you live. He said, he has a mother around my age, he said, and that she was living in the South Bronx. And she told her son, it's affordable here. And, and now it's like too late for you to move. You get stuck. Yeah, people, you too can get stuck out of the comfortable because it's affordable. See, that's another way how they trap you. You get in on a program, you know, rent stabilization, which because your money doesn't really change over the years, and but inflation changes. But I landed a really good deal. It's going on 21 years ago at that place. Um, Certain things about me. And so you get comfortable and comfortable and comfortable, and then but around you, it gets more and more difficult if you were to live outside of that apartment. So you start to feel like it's your safety net. But soon that safety net starts to choke you. And that's what I started feeling. And that man was trying to warn me. He said, Miss, lady, you're around my mom's age. And my mother's stuck now. She can't move. But she thought, oh, it's affordable and everything, just like I was saying. And I said, oh my God, it might be too late. I felt that the even though I had a lot of amenities and great shopping, but the neighborhood was going down fast because I lived in New York City, the heart of the city, and the migrant situation in New York City was rampant. And it was designed, in my opinion, it was designed to first choke off Black America. It was to choke you off. But they utilize, especially the Black female, about the race card. And they kept saying, oh, that's a racist. We love to call people racist. You notice that in the Black community? We love to call someone that we don't like a racist. But are they? When someone tells you the truth about a matter, but you fail to see it, because you're all choked up with whose history about us? Whose history about us as Black people? They want you to believe that you are a victim. No, we're not the victim as how we want to, how television or Hollywood wants us to appear. But some of us are participants historically. Some of us were participants in our demise as a people here in America. Hey, poor Pamela Williams. Yes, I did move, Pamela. Yes, I moved to Africa. I moved to a place called Rwanda. And that's what I just wanted to really share with you guys. There's changes that are happening, and I felt moved to do this video because another YouTuber had just uploaded a live stream that they're going to pull his channel. He's a 65-year-old Black man, and they're pulling his channel. Yeah, I've been back here. Like, I first left to Rwanda. It's in Central Africa. I first moved down here in December. December 3rd, I flew out, and I arrived on the 4th of December. And then I was there for maybe 10 days, and then I had to fly back to New York City to take care of a matter. And then from there, I came back to Rwanda January 3rd. And a lot has happened. Two of my dogs had passed away due to the neglect that the service, the so-called professional service that I paid for my dogs to get room, board, exercise, medical care, and it all went down the drain. And so part of that, yeah, I'm grieving because of that as well. Yeah, my little Shih Tzu, she passed away January 2 of this year, and my little girl Lily passed away uh, I'm sorry, January 7th of this year. So they both died January, the 2nd and the 7th of January. And so, and my third little dog is recuperating. And today I have to bring him to the doctors. Yeah, back to the doctors. I noticed there was some, it looked like blood from his stool, in his stool. And yeah. So I have a lot on my plate. I'm really sorry, about everything. And I just felt the need to share this information with you guys. It's just a way how I'm coping also. So bear with me if I say anything. But I always spoke from the heart out of it. But I hope you get out of it the right spirit of intention of this. It's a wake up call for all of us. Yeah, there's a writing on the wall, and some people call it a spider's web that is controlling the whole planet. And this cold, the C-19, what started in 2020, was a global attack on humanity. And when I started to see signs of things entrapping my life, like I'm in this spider's web, and like that the man that I spoke to, I wanted to save money because I thought, hey, if I have to move, you get a larger deposit, save up for the house. Yeah, because I thought, hey, maybe buy a house, but I couldn't. They said you cannot. Like I wanted to get a house made, buy the land and get the house made, and they didn't allow that. They said, no, you have to, we don't give out loans for that. You have to get a house that's already made, pre-made, the land and the house on it, ready to move in. So I put like a hold on it. But it was weird when I thought I was going to go through the process and went to my bank for, what they were willing to um, loan me, mortgage wise. And because they have a veterans program, with my voucher for the veteran, um, I had to put a hold on it. And then the political atmosphere I felt in New York City was changing, and I started to feel more and more trapped in my apartment, like the man. The guy that I spoke to over the phone, he worked for the telephone company. He says, don't get like my mom and getting all comfortable. And then it gets too late, you can't leave. And so these several things started happening to me. Um, but when I think like I felt unsettled all of last year, 2023. And I just said, hey, maybe just, like sometimes what people might do, like they don't want to do something. So if you buy something that's expensive, it keeps you there, like you say, oh, I can't move because, I bought this, I bought that, my life is more, grounded now. I can't just pick up and leave because, I'll be losing a lot of money in the process, right? I was going to do that, buy more stuff. Then I said, nope, take a breather on this, hold on. But I felt uncomfortable. And I started going out. I still went out, walked my dogs, as many of you saw. But I didn't, I felt stuck. Okay, Pamela said lots of black women have moved to Mexico and other, yeah, yeah. And I think this is, that is a reality. I started seeing the YouTubers about moving, I think early 2022, I think it was. But you notice how, yes, you do have black women go and, with their children, but very seldom did you really hear black couples, you know, man and woman and a child. But you do have it, but not that many. Most of it are single, are women, older women that go. And the men that went, interesting, remember, I think it was 2022, the what they call the passport bros, they started vilifying them. So rather than combining the black woman and the black man in a movement, if you want to leave, they started pitting us against each other. The black women were leaving for what they call sabbatical, the arrest, a time of refueling yourself, and then the black man just want to go out and have some fun, if you know what I mean. And there were videos to vilify these guys. And I think that's all a plan too from the system because see, we're being observed by the same factions through social engineering, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, through social engineering and to work against one another. It was to work against one another. Yeah, I mean, it's about freedom of choice. You live where you want to live, but we have to do this together. Yeah. Yeah, they said they had other agenda, but the media vilify it was to entice. It was to separate people. We had to leave. These men are feeling unappreciated by society in general. They're being targeted by the police. And remember when I had had a run with the police, I had gotten attacked in the street by this white woman, young white woman. And what did the cops say? There were three white male cops and one Hispanic female cop, and they all were in on it to get that lady off. They did not arrest her, but they put her in the ambulance first. Hey, I get attacked, and they should have put me in the ambulance first. I was the one that was hurt. This chick was just vomiting because she was drinking alcohol. But either way, it's socially designed to keep us apart. That's what I'm getting at. And people's behaviors is one thing, but when things are being manipulated, they want to separate us from each other. That's what I'm getting at. I'm not condoning bad social behavior. I'm just pointing a light at that the media, and we all know who controls the media, who was controlling my life, as I said in the beginning of this video. Uh, in 2019, I had ordered my school records and other alphabet agency records because I was curious about something. What's going on? And I saw like there was a common factor of these outsiders, outsiders from my community that had all control over me. And when I saw that the same hands were over me, even in my apartment that I was living in for almost 21 years, I said, no, no, no. I said, I got to get out of here. Oh, yeah, no, yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I'm just expressing myself. Thank you for sharing that, Pamela. Yeah, yeah. I just want to make understood. I'm not condoning bad behavior. If a guy does a bad behavior or a girl does a bad behavior, that makes us look bad. That's not good. But I just started to see that this foreign entity had all this control over me, and yeah, thank you, Pamela. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, and it bothered me. Who are your veterinarians? Who were they in New York? And then they try to get my money. They were stealing what looked like stealing. I should say manipulating the bill. And when I confronted them, oh, I'm busy. Oh, yeah, three attempts I made. I said, I'm getting a hell out of here, and I left them and I went to a place near where I live, but the same hands are there. I said, I don't want to give them any more of my money. I didn't want them to even get a penny. And then when this man in the street tried to steal my dog in broad daylight in its stroller, this could have happened. When I look on my records, like I looked on when I re-registered to get my visa in Rwanda, it was October, early October. Within the first week of October, I was getting the documents to apply for the visa online. Excuse me. I applied for it online, and I didn't. I just felt edgy. Oh, thank you, Pamela. Thank you so much, Pamela. Thank you for that encouragement. Yeah, thank you for the thumbs up. I just felt like I had to do something. It's just my nature. When you start seeing patterns like that YouTuber, Pearson, Pearson is controversial to some people, um, but his heart is in the right place. And again, I'm no longer a Christian, but I do believe that there are patterns out there in the world. And this YouTuber studies patterns, but he is, he is a Christian, but he notices changes. And he's a little older than me. He's 4 years older than me, and they threatened to pull his channel. And he shared that about an hour ago. Yeah, he shared this about an hour ago on a live stream, and I had gotten it like a half an hour after he uploaded it. And so I decided for me to do this YouTube channel because this channel is changing too. Um, so I started noticing that there were forces out there that was controlling my life from the grave. I mean, from the cradle, and I didn't want it to be from the grave too. I didn't want it, and so I guess when the person tried to steal my dog, I said, uh, just leave. So I reapplied for the Rwanda visa, got approved. So October, so everything happened quickly. And again, in 2022, I was to leave. Remember that? Over the early fall, I was to leave in October of 2022, and situation occurred 6 weeks before I was to leave, and the gate closed, and then I started thinking about Rwanda again in 2023. And I said, hey, let me see if it's still open. And, so, after my dog, they tried to steal my dog. And then I went on the internet to see did the political thing change, with Rwanda with regard to money. It changed. So I jumped on it. But I was scared. I have to admit, I was afraid. I didn't know what to do. It was hard to put my finger on it. I didn't have the same fear in 2022. I didn't feel the same way. But in 2023, when I did the paperwork to move to Rwanda, this eerie feeling I was experiencing. And it just seemed like anything that can go wrong went wrong. And I started to feel like the powers, the invisible powers that I was talking to you about, was manifesting again upon my life. Like I felt like I kept it quiet when I left. I didn't let anybody know that I was relocating back here. Not like 2022. 2022, I told people, but 2023, I felt that forces didn't want me to go, so I kept it quiet. I didn't want, to hear any fear mongering to prevent me from going. So I did it. No one in my family knew. No one, none of my relatives knew. I kept it quiet from everybody. I might have given some hints that I wanted to go, but I kept it quiet. And so right away, the powers had it, and it didn't want. It was like a slap on the wrist, like how dare you leave? And those same powers in the place where I used to live. How dare you leave? Oh, we can't get this money from you now? Yeah, they took money from me, the place where I lived. And I did an adjustment. And I think in any court of law, but again, they control the law too. And I didn't like it. So I knew that there was a chance of, of losing more money, but it was a gamble. And again, I wanted a new change for my life. I saw the writing on the, but now, um, this migrant situation in the large cities, most of the black folk like us live in these large cities, and they affect us first. But they use the race card and use the fear of the black woman, that the black woman has. And the race card, oh, the races and this and that, right? Well, he was telling you the truth, whether you like him or not. You don't, you don't have to like somebody, but if they're telling you the truth, you better listen. This migrant situation is to destabilize your community first. It destabilizes you. It pushes you out of the job, black woman and black man. It is designed to destroy you, the infrastructure of America, out first. Once they get you out the way, then they're going to go for mainstream white America. That's what I saw. And I said, let me get out of here. I'm tired of this race crap. I'm tired of it. And I didn't want to get stuck. I didn't want to get attacked by these migrants. You think these migrants love you? Black woman, black man, they want what you have. They want your job. They're going out for your quality of life. They're sucking your resources. It's not about hatred. I'm not speaking hate. I'm speaking what this system is using them against us. You can love who you want to love, but I'm just saying you can love people, but just because the people you love, they don't have to love you back. They don't have to love you back. I had no idea that these things were going to happen to me when I arrived. The things were changing. Okay, yeah, the situation with the barbed wire being removed at the, yeah. All these things, it's designed to destroy you. And the black men where I lived, where I lived in Manhattan, they don't know whether a boy or girl. They put the marijuana in our communities. What do you think they're lacing the marijuana with? You don't think that they're lacing that drug with something to get them out of their mind? They're crazy. I said, I can't bear this. And I felt moved to go. I felt it. So I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. So the only thing I could do was to move. But when I moved here, I thought it was going to work out. And slowly but surely, the powers forced me back to New York. They told me one thing over the phone. And when I get there, something else happened. So I had to stay longer. What was to be maybe a 2-day visit was almost 2.5 weeks. That's a big difference. And in that process, my babies, my little, all 3 of them were very deathly sick. They arrived healthy and happy. And whatever, F up happened. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with regard to my dogs. Yeah, I have to bring my dogs, my dog, my surviving dog. I had 3 dogs. My Pekingese is still alive and is with me in bed. and he lost a lot of weight. He's bony, and I have to bring him back to the doctors again. I brought him out of the hospital on January 8th. Then I had to bring him back to the hospital for something. They said, yeah, he's okay. But now I have to go back again today, have an appointment today, because I see that there's blood. Looks like blood in his stool. So I don't know whether he has internal bleeding or whatever. Um, yeah, my dream was to go to an African place where the weather is mild. Um, it's green all year. They have trees and grass. A lot of African places, they don't have a lot of the people live. They have suburbs here. That's beautiful. And I shared the video yesterday. This part of town that I saw that was so quaint and so exciting. It's so peaceful. I wanted to share that with you, so I uploaded a few videos regarding it, and I'm really looking forward. I want to make it work here. I want to make it work, but there is a chance, people, that I may have to leave. I'm hoping that they approve, yeah, um, with regard to my visa. A different, one thing here, they tell you, they tell you different things. You talk to 10 people, they're going to all tell you, different officials tell you different things. And it may not work in my favor. Yeah, the weather here is very nice, Pamela. Yeah, in the daytime it's cool. It's like 65 degrees in the morning, and it's like a white mist that's all over the land. It's really beautiful to watch. Yeah, so you need a jacket early morning, and then when the sun comes up, it's hot. Like they don't have like tall buildings here, so you get the full sun on you. So it could be like it was 79 degrees Fahrenheit or 81 degrees Fahrenheit. Um, but you get a breeze. And it is very, very hilly here, very hilly. The people here are basically very friendly. I basically like the people. They do speak some English here, but I have to learn the native language. It's called Ikinyarwanda. Ikinyarwanda. Yeah, it's tricky, boy. It's totally different than any. Uh, it's not like Spanish, French, Portuguese, which are Latin based. This is in its own category. It's completely indigenous. Yeah, and I came here because I did want to learn. I want to learn. I want to enjoy the people here. I did meet up with a group here over the weekend. It was Sunday. I got up a little early on Sunday to go for a walk with my dog, and I found an exercise group. They meet Saturdays and Sunday, and I got a telephone number from an individual, and they invited me to come. So yeah, I think I'll come. I'll check it out, you know, and we'll go from there. Yeah, I want it to work. And that reality of the hand, that like the spider's hand, the spider's web. Yes, I believe it does exist. And as for my channel, yeah, I wanted to also say before I forget, uh, yeah, um, yeah, I want to thank um, two people who had sent me a love gift. Yeah, I have a PayPal me account. Well, I should say I had a PayPal me account. Um, in America, I had my bank account, an American bank account. But when I left America, I closed my bank account. And my plan was at a later time, once I get comfortable in Rwanda, well, I did open up a bank account here, several bank accounts. But um, I tried to go on my PayPal account to change the account number. So people, yeah, I want to thank those people who sent me a love gift. It was two individuals. I will not give by name, but you know who you are, and I wanted to publicly thank you for the gift. Um, I was running around, and I had gotten the COVID when I went back to New York in December, mid December. I had to go back to New York to what I thought would just take 2 days. I contacted COVID when I arrived. 3 days after I arrived, I got symptoms, and then it was later diagnosed. Me and my mom diagnosed with the C19, and so I was out of commission for 2 weeks, and I didn't want to infect anybody, so I had to stay in place. And this particular matter also took a lot of time. So it's as if the powers had it arranged about the money, this money situation. They didn't. It's like they're punishing me for leaving, and then I get stuck in New York for about 2.5 weeks. My dog, I get a message that my dog was sent to the hospital. And while I was in mid flight, I took an emergency flight back to Rwanda once my condition, because I could only leave once I test negative twice for that particular condition, people. And 3 hours into the flight, it would turn out that she passed away. I feel awful. And I found out about her passing because I didn't get my messages on my phone until the plane landed in Rwanda. And when I stood up from my chair, I get a pop up message. I'm sorry to tell you it's but. And I said, oh my God, I know what happened. And then when I got to the hotel, I read it. I felt awful. That same day, when I arrived January 3. I left January 1 in the afternoon and got to Rwanda January 3rd. So she was already gone a day. I took her body and I had her buried. And one of the gentlemen here helped me bury her. Yeah, and then 5 days after that, my little girl Lily passes away from the same condition. I think. Yeah, they all had the when they checked their blood, they were all infectious, and they would die. All of them dying. So it's like the powers I feel is punishing me through people, and now through my finances. Through my finances, the enemy does that a lot. They work through your finances, like this YouTuber Pearson. They stopped his payment. Now he's 60. He'll be 66 years old. A black man in Chicago, and they pulled his ability to make money on YouTube. They pulled his monetization last year in February. So he is a older guy with a kid, and he's been surviving on his wits. And then now he made an announcement, this YouTuber, that they're going to pull his channel. So he was warning and sharing with his viewers that they can pull it anytime. They already sent them the email that they're going to pull his channel. Even though he said, well, I'll do what I need to do to keep the channel, whatever. So he did modifications on his channel, but they're still going to pull it. It's the same powers. It's like, how dare you? And I feel the same powers in it orchestrated that I had to go back, and then my dogs get hurt in the process. So it's an awful, awful feeling. So where does that leave me? So um, I do these videos because I enjoy it, and I just want something better in life. I wanted a new start for me and my babies. I wanted to walk the streets of Kigali And now I have to bring my last surviving dog to the hospital. And I hope they're able to treat him. I came here with my dogs in mind to make it happen for me, to make it work for me. That's what I was hoping. That's what I was hoping to do. So, people, yeah, I'm grieving inside. I'm grieving. And I feel dead inside. I don't know how to feel. I don't know what to do. And I share this. See, a lot of YouTubers like to sugarcoat things and make it seem like it's happily ever. I thought it was going to be happy ever after. But that spider's web has so much influence over all of us, over our finances. And that's how they get you. They get your health and or your finances to control you. They controlled me all my life, and they try to control me again um, through that COVID. So I couldn't leave America. And then they attacked my family. And my mother was in the hospital too. Me and my mother caught the COVID. I'm not out of the woods yet. And now with my finances here, like through YouTube, again, I don't rely on this channel, but I received someone tried to send me two financial gifts, and I want to thank them publicly. I won't give you their names because I want to give them privacy. But I didn't see when I had gotten back from America after getting sick and then burying my two dogs. Um, I went on my PayPal account and try to do the adjustment to change the account now, since now I don't have my American bank account. Well, um, I'm in limbo. I'm not able to, I don't know what to do. So if any of you know what I can do to, what other means do people have if you live abroad and you someone wants to donate to you? I don't know how to facilitate that. I had the PayPal me account. I still have an account, but not but it's not the bank account has changed. So I don't know what to do. Yeah, I feel your pain concerning your babies. Yes. Yeah, I feel it too, Pamela. They relied on me. These are my babies. They relied 200% on me. And I got one surviving dog, and I hope he makes it. Because everything, I chose where I lived with my dogs in mind, all with my dogs in mind. Everything surrounded my dogs. Every plan that I made was my dogs in the center of it all. And now 2/3 of them are gone, and the last remaining third, I have to bring to the hospital again. Please pray for me and my situation that my doggie Lavender gets a healing, that they're able to find out what the problem is. If it's something minor, great, whether it's antibiotics or something. But something is wrong. His appetite's not strong as it used to be. Uh, and I'm afraid that he's going to wither away like his sisters. So I don't want that to happen. So I share this because you can have all the right motives, but there are powers that control, that manipulate, that harm. And I took an action. I said, no, I'm through. But I want to get out of here. I didn't want their hands to my grave. So I did take a chance. I knew in life, especially when you move, and I'm an older female, I'm 61 years old now. I said, I gotta go. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I still, and I'm my visa situation. I'm still waiting for information on that. I'm reapplying for what they call the retirement visa. Even though I was approved for the V12 visa, they said you would have to leave the country after 6 months. I said, wait a minute. The customs told me I could stay. I didn't have to go. So see that you have different authorities and they can tell you different things, but the main thing is who has the last word. That lady did. So I said, okay. So the other alternative was the retirement visa. So pray for me that my retirement visa is fulfilled, that I'm able to stay. Yeah, it'd be at 2 year intervals. And after the 2 years, you could renew it. So I'm hoping that they'll do that for me and my situation. Yeah. I have to check my emails, make sure I get that. Yeah, the system here is different. They don't really have physical addresses here, and to get things in the mail. Yeah, yeah, they do have a PO box, so I'm not sure whether the answer is getting the PO box, but yeah, there are challenges. Yeah, here they don't accept checks. If you yeah, they don't yeah, the whole mess started that they don't deposit foreign checks. This is international place. You have people from all over the world that has businesses here where they say we don't deposit checks. I said, oh my God. Yeah, I was forced to go back to America to cash it, and then they changed their mind in the United States. I couldn't even cash my own check. And then finally, I started to use stronger language, and all of a sudden it opened up. But the harm was already done. Yeah, so I'm not sure what to do regarding the PayPal because two individuals I learned when I opened up the account because I've been very, very busy. Yeah, I didn't know what came in. Yeah, I I don't always get a notification if someone does try to contact me through PayPal. So I apologize for not getting the message, but I'm publicly thanking those of you who sent a love offering, and I'm not able to receive the money because I no longer have my American bank account, and when I tried to put in my new account, it did not take it. So I'm in limbo again financially, and I have to find a way. Yeah, so if anyone has knowledge how this system works with PayPal or what people use to um, receive money for when they're living in a different country, I don't know what to do. Yeah, so the two individuals, your money is in limbo, and I'm not avoiding you. This is the situation. I'm not able to collect the money because um, there's no financial link between that I was able to establish between YouTube and my life here in Rwanda. Go figure. So that's what's happening, and hope I can find a solution. It's a beautiful country, people. Don't get me wrong. There are a lot of good things here, but again, it is a poor country with beautiful scenery, but it is what it is, and life happens. So I'm hoping for the best. Yes, please pray for me, for my health. I've been very tired. Yeah, my body's changing. And my dogs, my remaining dog, next month. Please pray for her. She fell again. Yeah, yeah. The life is just it's like attacking, and I feel for you guys in America. I feel for all of you in America. I see because I still have access to watch YouTube uh, from America. I mean, American YouTube. I'm able to see all you guys. The programs I used to watch. Yeah, there's things happening, and it's happening to all of us, not just Black people, all people. This attack is upon all of us. Please, I hope the best for you. Please protect yourself. Please start saving money, save your money, buy extra equipment, food, all that. If you got a buddy, if you don't have a buddy, try to get a buddy. Try to get a buddy out there, you know, because I think we all going to need it. Yeah, people, it's hard for all of us. And those of you who stand for truth are being attacked the strongest. Again, this attack is upon the whole planet. But in particular, they want to get the indigenous people, Black America, first. But they want to get everybody. Yeah, keep your health, you know. Yeah, you see that they're doing that thing called, uh, what's that? Disease X, they call it? Disease X. What are they telling you? They're taking, did you, people, if you haven't heard from him, heard about him, his name, yes, he's controversial, Alex Jones. Yeah, Alex Jones has a program called Infowars, Infowars.com. And he shared on his platform that they're injecting live Ebola in American hospitals and injecting it into people as a vaccine. People, Ebola is so highly deadly. Over 60% of the people who get Ebola die from it. Most people who had the COVID, only less than 1% actually died of it. So here they're again weaponizing uh, certain pathogens, you know, placing pathogens in our communities, in hospitals. People, please, please don't let them put these Ebola in you. Watch that program on Infowars. They keep it on the down low in the media. Why are they letting people know about Ebola? Horrible, horrible, horrible. So yeah, I see I've been on for a while, and yeah, this is my covers. Yeah, yeah, it's sunrise now. Yes, good morning, sunrise. Yeah, people, I thank you for this opportunity to share with you. Yeah, the signs of the times is happening to all of us. Um, Things are happening in my life, and I really want to make it work, people. I wanted to say enough is enough, and I wanted to take initiative because I didn't want the spider to grasp me. And if it is to happen, I wanted to fight back. People, it's time to fight back. Fight back. I said enough is enough. When I saw my records, my school records, and other records of mine, I saw the pattern and I said, oh my God. And remember, 5 years ago, I shared that this incident happened to me in the restaurant. Remember that? They had targeted me and a family member while I was at the restaurant. Remember that. Remember that. And remember when I did that video, I was to do a live stream and the live stream wouldn't work. And and when it did it, guess what happened? It was a zoo. Someone took my audio portion of the video and replaced it with a zoo animal, like a lion or something. Remember that one? They targeted me. They targeting me. They targeted me in the restaurant. They zapped me with what look. Again, I don't do drugs. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I lived a clean life, and they targeted me because I was studying. I had just interviewed this guy, remember, Rodriguez, what's his name? I forget his full name. Remember, I did that interview with that man, Tony Rodriguez. That's his name. I had just interviewed him, and then I got zapped in a restaurant while because I was talking about the O negative blood, and this thing zapped me, caused my heart to race, caused me a severe earache, diarrhea for a month, and I heard an audible. I was being listened to, and they didn't like what I was saying, so they zapped me after 2 hours. We were just about to leave the restaurant. I didn't tell the restaurant what happened. They would think I'm crazy. And then all that year, they were messing with me. And I know it sounds bizarre. And then it happened to another YouTuber. See, that's how I know it's the same type of people. It's the same type of people who are doing it. And yeah, her name is, oh, what's her name? Rachel. Oh, what's her? Oh, I forget her name. Her name is Renetta Jones, and she has a channel. I forget the name of her channel. Oh, Black Sunrise Spiritual University, something like that. She's a black woman from Trinidad, and I had interviewed her too. And the system pulled a different video to get back at me, and then I got demonetized. Yeah. Um, yeah, she too shared a video. She did like a quickie video one day, and when she played it back, they were all animal sounds, like a zoo. Yeah, it's the same people. And then another black woman, Fleur Brune, while she was doing a live stream, there was like a glitch and then an interference, and then you can hear this dude's voice in the background laughing or something. I kid you not, people. I saw the video myself. Yeah, she had done a live stream and told us about what happened. So I went to check it out. So I opened up the other video that this happened to, and yes, I heard it too. They tap onto your live stream. They can tap onto you even if you just record a video on your device and later upload it. They have the power to alter the audio and overlay it with some other thing. And that is what happened. Yeah, almost forgot that story. Yeah, it happened between, I think, the end of 2017 and the beginning of 2019, but the focus was 2018, when all these attacks were happening to me. And then that's what led me to 2019 to get a copy of my records for school. And I saw the writing on the wall, and I saw that there were forces, as I call them, interferers that are orchestrating things over my life. And so when all these things started happening to me, and then the social engineering utilizing the black family and pitting us to bring in the illegals. Now all these black people in America are complaining now. Well, you opened the door for these who didn't see it. And many of us are sellouts. There are plenty of sellouts in our community. And now it's like too late. So you gotta do something. Yeah. So when all those attacks happened to me in 2018 and then 2019, I got the documents, and then I saw a pattern, and then I started to see, wow, they got control over where I live, everything. So I didn't tell anybody in 2023 that I was to move, because I felt, wow, this is really heavy, because I started to see the pattern. And then when I found out I left, it made it so that I couldn't get my money. Then I was forced to fly back to America. Then it gave me COVID, and then it killed my dogs. Two of my beautiful, innocent dogs. People, I share this because the system is real, whether it's a conspiracy theory or not. There are forces out there that want to manipulate, harm, and control your life. If you can get out of there, get out of there. Please pray for me. Please pray for my finances. I lost thousands of dollars in this move, and I may lose thousands more. But I want to make it work. But I like to be real and let people know this is not a party. What happened to me the past 30 days was no picnic. It's pure hell. Pure hell. And in not sharing these things with you on these channels that's promoting black women going, on sabbatical, moving abroad, they're not telling you the truth, many of them. Telling the truth is not glamorous. This is a wake-up call. That's why I'm sharing it. So I thank you for listening. It's therapeutic to me to be able to talk to you guys. It's very therapeutic. Yes, please pray for me, my family, my finances. Yeah, thank you, Pamela. Yeah, you have to be transparent. How are you going to teach the next generation? They can do the same thing again and again and again. Use the same weapons. The weapons that were used against us was the fear of what they call racism. They used that weapon against us, and we imploded on ourselves. We destroyed our own communities because somebody's personality. But when someone is doing actual harm to your community, you embrace them, and that's insanity. To watch your men wither away and act like girls, dressing like girls, drugged out of your mind, and then the migrants, and they're not into you. They're not into building the black community. They're sucking your resources, and you're not waking up. Now it's too late. Some of you are waking up. You say, "Oh, whoa, oh, that's what's happening." Yeah, he tried to warn you. Sometimes the people who love you the most are the ones who are most critical because they're trying to wake you up. They're not sugarcoating it. A lot of these pastors, they sugarcoat everything. And they're getting exposed too. They are being exposed. A lot of them are part of the system and are sellouts. They can wear all these ethnic clothes, African jewelry, but they are sellouts. And I'm telling you the truth. I'm sharing what happened to me. People could smile in your face, and then they, behind your back, could hurt you. They hurt my dogs. When I arrived in Rwanda, I arrived first, and my dogs came 2 days later. And then when they arrived, I visited the facility, and I said, "This is," and it made me feel okay because we get more on the ball. They started to send me videos, so I thought, okay, this is going to be okay. Well, it wasn't okay. They had stopped sending the videos. Hey, what's going on? Yeah, they're driving around, and they had my dogs in filth. Yeah, not all Africans. My whole dream, I was raised to hate being black, being of African ancestry, and then I started seeing through the lies. But see, even in this journey, not everything is black. It's life, and I'm learning that it's not about race. It really isn't. Now, I did choose Africa, I wanted to be around other black people. But reality is they are people, they are not a color. And everybody, whether you're black, white, yellow, red, they all have their own motives and drives. And that the enemy can use anybody, even family members, to destroy you. Here, people who I wanted to trust. I wanted to trust in them. I wanted to trust in the black continent, the black culture, the black everything. I wanted to embrace it. I chose it. And what did they do? What did they do? Caused the death of two of my dogs less than a month upon arriving here. I don't know what I'll do. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But I want to make it work. I don't want their death to be in vain. I have to fix my financial situation with PayPal. If you know, for any monetary benefits, I have to make it work. I want to make it work. I want to make it work. Yeah, and you're rich and poor. It's all about that. Yeah, yeah, it's class. Yeah, not everybody who looks like you are your friend. That's what I'm learning. I wanted to believe what I wanted to believe. But the truth is, it's just any system. But some systems people do better than in others. For my dogs, this was the worst thing that I brought them into. I had no idea. I had no idea that they were going to suffer. The place said it had all the bells and whistles. Well, it didn't. The place is only as good as the workers. You can have the top of the notch equipment, but if the workers there are lazy or working for a check, or they don't like their boss because the boss isn't the same race as them or nationality, that's an issue too. And they hurt my dogs in the process. Black people, African people. They seemed really nice, but it still screwed me over. I lost a lot of money. My heart, I just feel very, very dead inside. It's like I can't really cry. It's just stuck in my heart. The guilt I have. But I'll make the best out of it, people. I want to make it. I will not have Lily or Lilac's death be in vain. More power be unto them. May they rest in peace. And may my little boy Lavender, who's right next to me, may he get strong and we have a wonderful time here in Rwanda. And if it doesn't happen, I guess it'll be a new journey for me. Please pray for me and watch over me. And thank you for this opportunity for me to be, again, candid from the heart. I'll keep you posted. Good or bad, I will keep you posted. I enjoy doing this, people. I do it because